one another, something happens, and it's honestly never good. It's never good, and of course the biggest story of the night. And then when she is running back on the other end of the court, it seems like she's grabbing her groin area. Now, it also seems like she's grabbing her right groin area, and the video of her basically crying on the court to be circulated around. But she walks down to the end of the court. You can tell that she's in pain. You can tell that there's something wrong. But it was honestly just so heartbreaking to see, because in that moment, she just looked so defeated. And
fastest, most unstoppable, unbelievable. Caitlin Clark shattered not one, not two, but 3 WNBA records in a single game. But you won't believe the revenge-fueled drama behind her historic night. How did a past-eye poke, a body check, and 19,156 rowdy fans set the stage for this? And why did the celebration end in heartbreak? Stick around for the ultimate play-by-play of a game no one saw coming.
Is the story that Caitlin Clark seems to have re-injured her groin. So I'm just going to show you guys the clip. She is fighting back tears and she walks straight over to the bench. Now, when she goes over to the bench, she starts crying, and I've honestly never seen Caitlin Clark, the expectations of how she performs on the court, the expectations of the ratings for her games, and it was either the pain of it was either like, here we go again, it was frustration. I'm not sure exactly. We probably won't get many details about the injury. She handles the pressure. She handles all of the media spotlight, the attention.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Caitlin Clark wasn't just stepping onto the court at TD Garden to play basketball, she was stepping into a rematch packed with tension and a little bad blood. The last time the Indiana Fever met the Connecticut Sun, it got physical, fast. J.C. Sheldon's infamous eye poke and a Marina Mabrey body check left Clark bruised, but not broken. That game became a flashpoint, with frustrated fans calling it a masterclass in dirty basketball. And Clark found herself at the center of a fiery rivalry. This time, though, she was here for payback. Forget home court advantage. The Fever didn't need one. The crowd of over 19,000 might as well have been in Indiana, because for every basket Clark or Kelsey Mitchell made, the arena roared like it was a playoff game. That energy wasn't an accident. Behind the scenes, this team had transformed. Clark, leading by example, had completely flipped the dynamic. She wasn't just scoring, she was feeding her teammates in the most critical moments. And players like Natasha Howard stepped up big time, cashing in on Clark's incredible ability to create shots, while Kelsey Mitchell cleaned up with consistent scoring. Even with the Sun trying to rattle her with double teams and full-court presses, Clark's composure never wavered.
So as you guys can see here, she is dribbling down, she plants her foot, she passes the ball to Kelsey Mitchell on the back door. She goes to the, what's it called, like stanchion or whatever, the thing that holds up the basketball hoop on the other end. She hits her head on it. Caitlin Clark is somebody, you know, she hides it really well, and I don't know if hiding it or she handles it is probably the right thing to say. Cry on the court, except when she lost the national championship game. She keeps it together no matter what is happening. But you could just tell that something happened on that play. Groin injury was supposedly on the left side, but this was honestly, I'm not going to share this whole clip because I don't know how much she wants to.
Their plan to shut her down? It only added fuel to her fire. What happened next didn't just silence critics, it shook the entire league. Breaking one record in a game is something special, but breaking 3? That's a whole different level. Caitlin Clark didn't just grab headlines against the Sun, she practically rewrote them. One of the night's highlights came when she became the fastest WNBA player to hit 450 career assists. It took her just 53 games to reach the milestone, blowing past Ticha Penicheiro, who had set the bar high at 62 games. That record alone could have defined the night, but Clark wasn't done. What makes this assist record even crazier is how she did it. These weren't just routine passes adding to her stat line. Every dime she dropped shifted the game's momentum, like the one to Kelsey Mitchell in the third quarter. Mitchell cut back door, and Clark threaded the pass through two defenders as if she had magnets on the ball. Mitchell finished the layup, and the Fever's energy flipped like a light switch. Before the Sun could regroup, Clark made history again, this time as the fastest to 150 career three-pointers. Her range feels endless, and the Sun's defenders learned that the hard way. Every time they gave her an inch, she drained it. And just to put a stamp on her night, she extended her streak of games with 5 or more assists to 40, reminding everyone that this wasn't a fluke. It's consistency. But with all the records, her night wouldn't end the way anyone expected. Just when it seemed like Caitlin Clark's night couldn't be more spectacular, everything came to a halt. With less than a minute left, she delivered one last pass to Kelsey Mitchell, setting up a basket that kept the Fever ahead. But something wasn't right. As the ball left her hands, Clark immediately reached for her groin, her face in visible pain. The crowd, which had been electric just seconds before, held its breath. Was this the same injury that sidelined her earlier in the season? The timing couldn't have been worse. Groin injuries are no joke in professional sports. Dr. Jesse Moore, a specialist in regenerative medicine, explains that they heal slowly and are tricky to manage, with a high risk of worsening if pushed too soon. It's a nightmare scenario for someone like Clark, whose game relies on constant movement and explosive plays. If this injury lingers, it could jeopardize her appearance at the fast-approaching All-Star Weekend, a moment fans had eagerly awaited, especially since she's set to captain a team and compete in the three-point contest. On the court that night, the energy shifted. The Fever's win felt muted as Clark hobbled off, surrounded by teammates. Coach Stephanie White shared little afterward, only saying Clark would be evaluated further, leaving everyone guessing about the severity. For Clark, her historic night ended as a reminder of the highs and lows in sports. A relentless pursuit of greatness, always balanced with moments of fragility. Caitlin Clark didn't just play basketball that night, she redefined how far talent and heart can take you. Even when the Sun threw everything at her, including their physical defense and relentless pressure, she responded by setting 3 monumental records. But it was more than just stats. It was how she lifted her entire team, proving her true leadership. Now, with the uncertainty of her groin injury looming, the question isn't just about the records she's already broken. It's about what comes next. Can Caitlin use this setback to fuel her next chapter? Watching her story unfold is why we love this game.